So I'm not gonna hold you long on this video. I was just thinking about this. Today I was reading this article, right? Now, this the article right here. I'm here to read it. Let me read it. Let me read this article. My cousin had sent me this. My cousin is a female. Her name is Tisha. And we be talking about everything, so she had sent me this. And we were talking about it. Okay, so it says Indian surgeon plans to transplant womb into a trans woman in world's first op that could pave the way for biological men to get pregnant. Listen to that word choice. Not biological males, but biological men that could pave the way for biological men. Because, see, when we say male, we're talking about sex. When we say men, we're talking about construct. So we're talking about beings who identify with the construct of manhood being able to get pregnant. So in a surgery that could pave the way for biological men to get pregnant. Come on now. Get into that T. So the article goes on to wait. Dr. Narendra Kushish plans to do op at gender reassignment clinic in New Delhi. Only one documented case ever of a womb being inserted into a biological man. But it was fatal, and impregnating trans women with new wombs have never been done. Interesting. So the surgeon attempted. A surgeon in India will attempt to transplant a womb into trans women who were born a man. This language, who were born a man. Wow, into trans women who were born a man. How are you, like, are these surgeons saying born a man? Like, how are you born a man? Like, you're born a child, a baby. You're born a baby. You're born XY, you're born male. But man is like this thing that you grow into. How, like, so when a woman has a boy, she had a man. Is that what we're saying now? When a woman has a baby, when it's born, oh, come here, man. This is a man right away. It's not adding up for me. Okay, so anyway, with the view making them pregnant, this risky procedure will involve taking the reproductive organs from a dead donor or a patient who transitioned the other way and has had theirs removed. So basically, these females or these X chromosomes who've had their organs removed, these organs are going to be placed inside of these beings who are seeking to carry this child. And what this is giving me is living incubator teas. Like for me, this is like giving living incubator teas. And I think that, for the most part, when these surgeries first start happening and when someone, has this and survives, when someone has this surgery and survives, they start to consistently survive, I think that there will have to be some collateral damage or some casualties in order to, get the research to where it needs to be so that they could actually have um, a model that has survived it, or, an individual who was able to survive, the process. So, definitely got to be desperate for this. There's only been one documented case of a womb being inserted into a trans woman. So I'm confused because up here further in the article, they said it was a man, but now down here they're saying it's a trans woman. They said they only did it one time and it was with a man. And now they're saying there's only been one documented case of a womb being inserted into a trans woman in the past, but she died from complications months later. Impregnating a trans woman would be an even bigger feat, and we would require to use IVF. And that is something like this really, really strong fertilizer thing that happens. And some females use the ana C-section because they do not have a fully functioning vagina. But this is a gag. What if pre-ops want to have this surgery? Since y'all doing C-sections, is it even necessary to have a vagina? So like if the baby is not going to come out through the vagina, which it's not, obviously, and it's going to come out through the stomach, is it even necessary to have a vagina? So the reason why, so that brings me to the point of why I wanted to make this video. I just want to say this, have your experience, go for it. If you really want to do it, you can't imagine your life without having the opportunity of, carrying a child and bringing a child into this world, whether it's someone else's organs inside of you or not, whether you can push it out through your vaginal cavity or not. And you're just, they're opening up your stomach and taking it out of your stomach. Like if you just really need to feel a human being moving around inside your body, a physical embryo moving around inside of your body, and you need to go through that experience of birthing something that is not genetically directly yours, genetically directly your partner's, because it's actually your DNA. And because these organs are now yours, they're now in your body, like you do have the right to, petition the court for custody. Like I'm sure that in a messy divorce, the partner who contributed biological DNA will feel like they have more claim than you because your biological DNA did not play a part in it. Although, however, I would feel like your biological DNA would play some part in it because your blood now flows through the organs, and however the baby is going to eat for those 9 months while it's in the uterus, while it's in the womb, it's going to be, eating by way of the nutrients that are found in a womb that is being fed by your physical body, a womb that is being nurtured, a womb that is being sustained by your physical body. So I would feel like there is some type of connection that's happening. Like this baby kind of sort of has three parents because this baby is bonding with the host. This also has the parts of another direct ancestor by way of the uterus and all of the organs that are being placed inside of the being who's going to carry. And then there's the seed that is coming from. And the crazy thing about this thing is that a pre-op trans woman could pretty much, use her own sperm and carry her own baby. like literally. Like she could use the deceased organs of the female and then carry her own baby. But this is the thing that I want us to be cautious of and conscious of, is that capitalism isn't anyone's friend. Like capitalism is about making its coins and getting what it needs to get out of the equation. So capitalism is always going to be seeking to serve itself. And so while using trans women or sex changes as the vehicle to, increase the visibility around this conversation, to bring this conversation to the forefront, because you can appeal to this idea that trans women are physically living their lives as women and they're like barren women, and they want so desperately to have children because society has, for so long treated biological females who identify with the construct like they were only valid if they could give birth. And so this is really just like trans women's strong desire many times to carry and to feel insecure and to feel invalidated by not being able to carry is a byproduct of what's been going on with is a byproduct of what's been going on with females. It's a byproduct of how they have been treated and how they have been seen. And so yeah. So I want to say this and I want to close out because I don't want this video to be super long. Personally, I feel like trans women, whether you pre-op or post-op, are going to be the guinea pigs for this even bigger conversation about men being able to carry. And I just find it so crazy that science is really focused on getting this out there and making it look like they're really doing this to try to serve trans women. But this is not really about serving trans women. This is about trans women being the guinea pigs for men to be able to carry babies, for men to finally be able to carry babies, not even trans women. I feel like trans women are going to get to enjoy their day in the sun for a few minutes. They're going to get to be happy and, feel biological and, feel whole, to a certain degree. And before they've even enjoyed that, before the baby is even grown, they're going to already be impregnating men. Like before your child is even grown, like you won't even have, a good 20 years to relish, being perceived as, La Femme Nikita, as the ultimate, just feeling just tuna ultimate, because ultimately this is about making it so that men can have babies, ultimately. So, I mean, I'm not saying, whether I think that's wrong or right. I'm just saying that, trans women should not get excited thinking that this is a huge win for them when, this is being geared up to make trans women be the test dummies, for these surgeries, because trans women are, so desperate to blend in and to fit in as women and to have, these experiences that we have been, so told belong to, females. But now we have the trans man narrative and we see trans men stopping around getting pregnant all the time. So is getting pregnant now really so much for women? Like, there was a post I read the other day where a trans man was petitioning to have Mother's Day changed to Parents' Day, which I feel like is some foolishness because, why not just have that conversation for Father's Day and Mother's Day? Like, why not, if this something that legitimate, like I don't care one way or the other, but don't just talk about getting rid of Mother's Day. Talk about getting rid of Father's Day. Talk about, just having a Parents' Day. And I think I could respect that. So, yeah, this is not centered around trans women. Like they're gonna make it seem like it's about trans women. They're gonna make it seem like the surgery is for trans women, but this surgery is really about men being able to carry. And I noticed this, in gay culture, in the gay community, that a lot of times um the gay boys, the butch queens, the bunnies, whatever you want to call them, they'll sit around and wait and watch the girls go through, and then once the girls, the girls is the front line, the girls is like the foot soldiers. Once the girls that made it through safe or whatever casualties gonna happen to the girls that happen, then pretty much the little gay boys know how to stomp after that. So they'll be like, oh, okay, girl, you made it through the surgery. Okay, girl, you survived. Okay, girl, you ain't have no complications. Okay, girl, now it's time for my gay man ass to go lay down on this table and get my medicine and get my, so I could be able to, have a C-section with my baby. Like, so I just feel like, the girls shouldn't get too excited and be running around here feeling like the ultimate cunt, because at the end of the day, this shit is bigger than Nino Brown once again. So that's all I really wanted to articulate in this video. If you want to do it, I said by all means go for it. If you feel like that experience is going to develop your consciousness, allow you to experience something that's meaningful and really means a lot to you, by all means go for it. But don't be deceived, don't be fooled by the rocks that you got thinking that this is really about you. No, like they said in the article, um like they said in the motherfucking article, it said India surgeon plans to transplant womb into trans women in the world's first op that could pave the way for biological men to get pregnant. That's the end game. That's the end game. And you are one of the steps in reaching that goal. You are a part of a relay race. Trans women who go through that procedure, you're in a relay race. And the ultimate goal of that relay race is to put that baton in the hands of gay men or men who are not even thinking about having that surgery so that they could be able to carry life inside of them. And I just find this so interesting that, in this world, we're so focused on creating the opportunity for biological men to carry babies when the government doesn't even want the ones who can carry babies to have full autonomy over their bodies. So if a male is now putting itself in a position to be a high risk pregnancy, you ain't got control over this. Like the funny thing about it is with a high risk pregnancy, the doctor can, determine that, they can terminate the pregnancy because they can tell you it's either you or her. But with these first few pregnancies, with these sex changes, all of them are going to be high risk. So, you basically getting impregnated at your own risk. But that's all I got for this video. Normally I light a candle, but I don't have on a bra and I don't want to sit up and boobs be everywhere. So we're going to light the candle in our mind. We light the candle past, present, and future to guide the ancestors home who transition this realm today and every day since we've been away from our altars. The candle acknowledges past, present, and future. The past prepares us to be more present in the present, and the present prepares us for the future. All these blessings we pray, and all in the name of all those you sent to make this world a better place. Amen. A woman, Lelim Leler, in Gani Yanko Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God Goddess. And if I am, you know you are. Yes, honey, that little shot, that little nip, it's starting to kick in now. She getting sleepy. She getting the itis. Love y'all. Night, night.